All right, everybody, I'm making this video because about this S22 Flip, or actually it's a Cat S22 Flip phone. This is the real deal. This is a genuine old-fashioned flip phone that I switched to from my iPhone 13 Pro Max, which I'm actually recording this particular thing on. I had several of you stop by today and talk to me about it, and so people, for some reason, actually pay attention to the posts I make. Most of the time I don't think anybody pays attention to me. And then I've had some of you hit me up on Messenger, so that tells me at least there's some interest in it, and so I'll give you a quick update. I'm enjoying the experience with this Cat S22 Flip. I like it a lot. There are some issues though I have to deal with. So the reason why I went with this particular phone is because it's an actual Android phone. It uses Android Go edition, which what I gather is kind of like a slimmed down or for low memory devices to be able to use Android on. And the reason why I need Android is because my business phone number, actually, when you call the 410-870-8060, shameless self-promotion, 410-870-8060 for Wyatt Mobile Device Repair, that is actually an app called Sideline that I've been using for, I guess, 7-8 years now. I was one of the first customers that they had, and I actually have a grandfathered plan in that I use with them. It's a great app, but it only runs on iOS and it only runs on Android. It doesn't use on iOS, so I can't really use a flip phone in the sense that it's like a TCL flip phone or something like that, which is really just a truly dumb phone. So in order to use it, I have to have at least some version of Android, which is why I selected this phone. Now this phone only runs on the T-Mobile network, T-Mobile and T-Mobile compatible phones, so, or phone networks. When I did port this over to US Mobile, which uses T-Mobile as its backend, I had some issues in the porting process. Turns out I made a mistake on my end when I ported it over. It cost me 2 days of downtime, but we finally figured out what the problem was. I was off by 1 digit on my carrier number, which is actually my IMEI number for my old phone. When I saw that, honestly, goodness, it was maybe 10 minutes. I don't even think it was quite that long, and service was turned on. As soon as I told them about it, they're like, "Oh, hey, we fixed it," and you know, it was no problem. And I can say, living on the shore of Verizon used to be king. It is not. T-Mobile has been fantastic everywhere I've been. But this isn't a T-Mobile video, so this is about the Cat S22. The biggest problem I have, so I needed that app, and I needed all my authenticator apps all the time. So whenever I need to log onto a special, website or something like that that requires 2-factor authentication, I need to have those with me. So hence I need the Android. But I don't need Twitter, I don't need Facebook, YouTube, nothing like that. The only thing I need on this is truly a Sideline, my phone, text messaging, and then my authenticator apps. So this serves that perfect problem. The problem I have is that it's limited in memory. So this is a 2 gigabytes of RAM. So right now, Android Go uses about just by itself about 1 gigabyte of RAM, and for some reason it does not, even though I've got it trimmed down to about 1.1 gigabytes. The system crashes on me at least once a day. I haven't figured out exactly why, and I'm slowly weeding through and shutting and disabling everything I possibly can, trying to troubleshoot this, because I really like this phone. So if you don't have to use anything else, if you don't have to use, you don't have a need for a third-party app, if you just want truly just a phone and some occasional text messaging, this is a fantastic phone. You cannot go wrong with it. But the moment you throw on, say, Facebook Messenger, for instance, I can't use this on this phone because it'll just kill it. The memory, because the footprint on Facebook Messenger is so large, it's going to take the phone down because it's so resource limited. it has 16 gigabytes of overall storage, but 2 of those is reserved for the system, and you can't grow that or shrink it that I know of. I think that's hard partitioned on there. So I've got to figure out a way to trim down the footprint of Android altogether. I don't know, and I'm trying to come up with a way that I can give directions for other people who are in the same situation I'm at, and say, this is how I did it to stabilize the phone. One of the things is I took the default display manager off, and I used something called KISS, Keep It Simple Stupid window manager. That's a very bare bones. It's the smallest one that I could find. That seemed to help it stabilize a lot more. But then and I changed the default keyboard from the Gboard keyboard, which is Google's really nice keyboard, to be honest, a soft keyboard, to another one called Any Keyboard. And Any Keyboard is been okay. I don't care for it as much as but anyways, so I'm kind of playing with those type of settings and those type of things to get it down to where this is really usable, because at the end of the day, I really want to be able to post a follow-up video saying, hey, this thing is fantastic, this was a really great decision. Worst case scenario though, I've spent $60 on a phone, found out that T-Mobile is a fantastic network for where I live, and I dropped my bill from my bill from about $50 a month down to $10 a month. So I'm not going to complain about that, and I just will throw this away, take the SIM card out, and reactivate my iPhone, or possibly look for maybe a little bit of a beefier phone that I haven't found. But I really like this. The other thing is it's got this programmable button here. I really wanted to program this with PTT, push to talk, so I could use it kind of like a CB radio, or kind of like that. But I haven't been able to find anything that worked really good that you didn't have to pay for. Like the T-Mobile has a PTT service, but I think it's pretty expensive. It's I want to say like $50 a phone per month, which is just, yeah, I can't fathom spending that for push to talk when I can, at the end of the day, just call you. But you can program this supposedly with other things. I just haven't had time to play with that. But when I do have this phone with me, sitting down, like last night, I went out to dinner, my wife and I didn't look at my phone. I took one phone call on it, but otherwise, I'm no longer checking my phone for, what happened on Twitter, what happened on Facebook, and I'm not, I have a lot of email that comes in every day, as anybody can imagine. I don't have to look at that until I get home and I can get on my computer, or I get on the Wi-Fi now, and I when I'm on Wi-Fi, I can check it from my iPhone. So it's really helped me to do that, and I'm looking forward to eventually not even having my iPhone with me. Oh, one more thing. The camera on this is a 5 megapixel camera, and I thought, that's going to suck, because this is I think a 48 megapixel camera on my iPhone 13 Pro or something. It's some ridiculous number like that. 5 megapixels is fantastic. I was really surprised, but that the pictures that I took with this as a test, I was like, wow, they look really nice for 5 megapixels. So if you got this and you're thinking, you're getting a limited camera, it's really not. I mean, it's not like, it's a modern camera, and 5 megapixels seems to be just fine. It takes a really nice picture, and I was impressed with that. So that, real quick, is if you're looking for a good phone, this is and you're truly looking for, no social media, no nothing like that, and this is a phone that's going to help. Again, $60 on Amazon is what you're going to be out. You own the phone outright, and at the worst case scenario, we'll go out to the bar and spend $60. So I'm not going to worry about that with this kind of experiment here. So I look forward to making another update on this and letting you all know what I did to conquer this, or whether I just said, nah, it's just I couldn't do it. So thank you for listening. Bye.